Today is Saturday, July 3rd, 2021. We're here in Layton, Utah at the Denver and Rio Grande Trail. So we're starting off in a city area that the bike path intersects through. You can see it goes over there. This trail goes all the way through Utah toward Salt Lake City and various other cities that are more south in Utah. But today at least we're going to try to go to Farmington, Utah, which is north of Salt Lake City, and then once we get there we will see how manageable potentially going all the way to downtown Salt Lake City is. You can see this trail is intermixed amidst properties with the beautiful mountains in the background. It's about 80 degrees right now at 9:25 a.m. in the morning. The high temperature today is supposed to be about 97 degrees, but that's not until a few hours from now, so hopefully we can make majority of this journey before that happens. I'll check in with different video clips at various parts of the trail, so wish us luck. So here's an example of one of the intersections where we're crossing city streets. That's how it is, I believe, on most of these routes on the trail. I just saw someone, their backyard, they had their own pickleball court. Someone else like next door to that had a basketball court. Wish I would have captured that in video, but some of these backyards is like, what the heck? They're like so huge. In Utah, you'll find a ton of houses that are being built. So when you see a house like that, it's not a vacant old house, so to speak. These are all like new developments, just houses after houses popping up. There's another place with a custom pickleball court. We're a little over 2 miles into the trail now. At first the trail was surrounded by trees. Now we can see we're more in the open area with the sun shining, but even though it's 80 something degrees, it doesn't feel bad. Again, not humid, it's more of a dry weather, slight breeze blowing. And I like how the trail has plenty of people on it, whether it be biking or jogging or walking. So yeah, nice so far. You got a barn on the right. So yeah, it's commonplace in Utah even for like the residential neighborhoods, to go and see horses, cows, goats, and various other animals. And I wonder if those flags are up for the 4th of July coming up tomorrow. Near the 3-mile mark, a couple of trees started peeking back in here. So far the trail has been all flat. I don't know if there's any dips or hills, or if it just maintains the same level the entire way. You can see the street traffic went up there while we remained level down here. Here's another one of our many intersections. So Burton Lane. See, there's no traffic coming on either side. So now the contrast, you can see we're actually up. I mean, we've stayed level on this trail, but now the properties are down below us. And then over there, likewise. I like how this particular area has a soccer net or mini soccer field on this open area of grass. Like, I don't know if the residents who live near this area did that, because it doesn't look like a city park per se. You get to catch a little bit of shade right here. What's interesting too about a lot of these houses have mini paths. And I saw one of the houses earlier that I talked about was on that hill. They had stairs going down to the house to the trail, or sorry, down to the house from the trail. Oh, see? We've got some cows over there enjoying the grass. Let's continue the video through one of these intersections. Alright, so we got no one on the right. Left is good as well. So I know we're getting close to Farmington, because I don't know if it'll show up in the video, but way in the background there, you can see that little mini skyscraper thingy. That's actually part of Lagoon, the amusement park with roller coasters and other rides that is located in Farmington, which is across the street from Station Park. Station Park is the big shopping center in the Farmington area. Okay, so this looks cool. I mean, it looks like it is a train station, but it's like not a model one, but it's not a real train station. It's like one that you would see maybe little kids go on, although I don't see it actively running, but it looks like it could, and it's just down there in that open area amidst the bike trail. Right now we're close to the 5-mile mark from where we started. But yeah, it's got like a mini train station, and there's the mini train in the background there. Actually, it's interesting is it says Rio Grande, and there are people doing maintenance on it right now. So maybe it's an attraction that they built to go along with the bike trail here. Too cute. It looks like the train station all extends all the way over there. I wonder if they actually run the train on that. So after we had passed that train station, mini train station earlier, I saw a sign that said it was called the S&S Museum and Park, something like that. A railroad museum and park. So just around the bend here should be Farmington Station Park. Actually, no, you can see it in the background over there. So that's the shopping center. If we wanted to go there, we would turn left on this path up here. And that's probably how you would get to the lagoon area. Okay, so we're past Farmington now. I mean, technically it probably still is called Farmington, but we're past at least the shopping center area, near the 7-mile mark. We'll see if we're able to make it all the way to downtown Salt Lake, which is probably about 19 to 20 miles away from here. Oh, look, they've got a batting cage with a pitching machine. Holy smokes. That would have been so fun to have. Personal basketball court. I think I hear a biker behind me. They've got a swimming pool back there. This next one has a swimming pool too. I wonder if these... No, it's probably the people on this side that own the farms. Yeah. Because on the left here, it's more farm area. On the right here, it appears to be relatively modern houses with backyards. Now there's the fences, so you can't quite see over them. I swear I just felt a dragonfly hit me. So remember how there were just a bunch of houses on the right side? That was like probably 2 minutes ago. Now we've got one barn looking thing, and then absolutely nothing but power grids. Okay, so we just rode that entire way without a single intersection to stop through, the part with the power grid. I mean, there is more power grid over here, but I think we're going to be approaching a deviation from the Denver and Rio Grande trail soon. I forget what it's called. It's the... oh, that's right. I think it's called the Legacy Parkway trail that we're going to be turning right onto in a little bit, because that will be the trail that leads to downtown Salt Lake City. So we're running alongside the freeway. Up Up here we've got a small bridge that we're dipping under, and then shortly after that bridge should be where we have the cross section of which path to go to continue on this one, which I know ends at some point, or turn right on the the Legacy Parkway trail. My eyes adjusting to the darkness. Yep. So this is the cross section I was talking about. We could continue that way on the Rio Grande trail, but that is going to end at some point. So we turn here, and this should be the start of the Legacy Parkway trail. I don't know if there's signage that indicates such. Maybe the other side of that black sign over there. I think at those stations there they have little bicycle tool stations if you need to tighten something up. Not sure if they have air pumps or not. Let's see what this sign says here. I guess those are trails go the other way. We've got a tiny bit of a hill here. Let's see what we've got around the corner. Looks like it just continues to weave for a little bit. And then I think further on up ahead, it goes back to a straight path. You see we've got more horses in the background. And some goats. Little goat farm. Oh, I thought it was going, I thought it was going to cut straight there. It looks like we're continuing to weave in and out more. Alright, I'm going to keep recording until that second green tree over there. And see if it goes to a straight path. after Farmington, we passed Centerville and Bountiful. Now we're kind of approaching Woods Cross, but again, we're far away from the actual city portion. We're just kind of in the middle of where the highway and open grass is. But I believe, according to the Google Maps, that there's Woods Cross, and then the next major stop after that would be downtown Salt Lake City, but there still is quite a bit of ways to go. If I had to guess, probably like 12 more miles. Right now we're close to the 13-mile overall mark. Hard to tell on the map if it's going to continue to run along the highway or if there's going to be some more tree coverage at some point. I know there are some greenery areas on the map near the trail, but it might be on the other side of the highway, and the trail may stay on this side of the highway. Big hill, but this is one of the first hills I've encountered on the trail. It'd be nice if we got a downhill portion to take us along too. Oh, look, some more horses randomly congregating. Like, seriously, what farm do they belong to? Is it something way over there? Because all I see is grass. Oh, maybe it's that thing way over there. Yes, I did get to go downhill. You could hear the bike doing that. I wasn't pedaling. That was the first downhill stretch. The rest of the trail has been flat so far. But now we're back to flat ground. I'm not sure where exactly right now it is, and it's not, I'm pretty sure it's not anywhere along this trail, but I read somewhere in Utah and the general vicinity of the Salt Lake area, there's a bridge that was constructed not for cars or people, but exclusively for an animal crossing bridge, so that wildlife could safely cross from one side to the other without having to go through the freeway traffic. And when I say wildlife, it's not just, you know, simple animals. There's like a whole wide range of animals that go along it. There was a biker taking a rest underneath the bridge there. I stopped the video at first because I couldn't tell from a distance if it was a homeless person camping. I typically don't like to film that if it is, but once I got closer I just saw it was a biker taking a break. Alright, so we took a little bit of a pit stop. It's nice because this place here has a parking lot, but it also has a bathroom and water bottle filler station, along with some tent area to rest and grab a quick snack if you packed it. And then over here we have a little bit of a map. Woods Cross City, Mountain View Park Trailhead. Because I think we've been on the main trail, but this deviates to different areas. So you can see we were in Farmington over there, then Centerville, and we've come over here, and now we're right here in this area. So we're going to be going this way, and eventually that's going to take us to downtown Salt Lake City. According to Google Maps, on a bike ride, that is still 1 hour away. Some type of pedestrian bridge on the other side of the highway where it looks like you can walk over and presumably go into this trail. Got the tail end of a set of houses that were over not super close to it yet, but I can see on Google Maps that in a couple miles, instead of going and driving along the highway, we're going to cross probably underneath the highway and be going alongside of a river instead. So fingers crossed, maybe we'll have some tree coverage in that area. We'll see. Right now it is about 11:30 a.m. and the temperature is up to 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Here's another one of these small stations that you can stop at. I mean, this one isn't as nice because it doesn't have a bathroom, just a couple of benches and such. Oh, but even though there's not a bathroom at that bike station part, there probably is one over there because it's an actual bigger park. You can see some tents in the background. There must be some type of event going on. See, this is the type of ride I need. Okay, so according to the map up here, and according to that yellow sign up there, we're going to make a little left, and that's going to take us over to the other bridge, and then eventually we're going to veer off just for a tiny bit away from the freeway. Then we're going to come back to the freeway, either under or over it, and then that's when we'll start completely deviating from the freeway and going more along some type of river. Now I don't know if it's going to be an actual visible river or if it's going to be more like a small creek. So this one is called Center Street Trailhead. Oh, which way do we go? So yeah, we want to continue on the Jordan River Parkway. You can see over there, there's actually an Amazon facility. I don't know if that's a distribution center or one of those last stop things that I similarly saw back in Cleveland. So we just briefly went under that bridge, and then my guess is that when you see that next bridge all the way in the background over there, we're probably going to go underneath it. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe actually we're going that way and we'll go underneath that one. But in the background there, that's our first glimpse of downtown Salt Lake City. This is the part where we're coming back toward the freeway. You can see we were by the Amazon facility, and downtown Salt Lake is that way. But now heading back toward the highway, I think this will dip us underneath and into the river area. Looks like we might have a slight hill coming up here. then looks like we're going to loop around. Actually, no, we're not going to loop around. That would take us a different direction. Yeah, so that's toward a boat launch. We just continue on the straight path down here. That would have been, I guess there's some boat launch area. There must be water. Alright, there's our reward for climbing uphill. Now we get to go downhill. And this is the deviation, so bye-bye freeway. Now we should be getting ready to run alongside of a river in a little bit. Welcome to the Chevron mile of the Jordan Parkway Trail. Oh, and there's the river. Alright, so we do have some trees, right? See, if you needed to, you could stop there for a quick break. That looks like a camper site of some kind. Feels good to be away from the highway, just to have a change of scenery. I don't know, you won't be able to see it on the video. Maybe you can hear the sound. But there's dirt bike track or racing over there. I guess we didn't escape the highway for too long. This is a different highway that we're now running alongside the left on. Maybe it's not a highway, maybe it's just a street. Alright, we've made it to Salt Lake. Still 7 miles away to where we need to go, but at least the trail mark indicates that this is Salt Lake. Looks like there used to be a skinny pedestrian bridge there, although it's roped off now. Right, so where we crossed the street, still on the same trail. Got a little painting over here. Salt Lake 2002 was a little homage to the Olympics. Alright, this seems like the first time in a while where we've been back in an area that has trees on both sides, even though the sun is still predominantly on the sidewalk or trail. The river from earlier, instead of being on the right side now, is on the left. Certain spots of this part of the trail seem to have a few bumps in it. Wondering earlier why this fence was up. I can see it looks like there's a golf course on the right here. And now, fortunately, we do have trees providing shade coverage after about an hour and 45 minutes straight of riding in the sun. The trail actually cuts through the middle of the golf course for a bit. Someone had just teed off over there before we crossed the bridge. Now we've got some normal residential housing. This part of the trail is closed, so we're going to try a little detour. Hopefully we can figure it out. The trail we missed from the detour. But now we stopped. It actually benefited us a little. We stopped at a gas station to grab some water and Gatorade. Got about 4 more miles till our destination. So far we've ridden about 22 miles total on the day. And the temperature's still hovering around. It's probably up to 93 degrees, maybe 94 now. And the high later on is supposed to be 99. But ideally we won't be riding at that time because we'll be taking the bikes to on the train to go back to Layton. We cut through a park a little bit before, and I didn't want to show any of it because there were quite a few homeless tents set up. But we're making our way to downtown Salt Lake City. You can see there it says 1.3 miles away. whenever we get to the next major road, we'll be turning and then going left into downtown Salt Lake City. Here's some bikers going behind me, so I better giddy up a little, but that was a nice scenic part there. I think we're getting close to the intersection I was talking about. So this area is not quite a trail, like they didn't develop the trail portion of it. I think we're going to go left here. Exit board is loose. And then this is the downtown area. We're going to cross at some point. Now we're running along a main street that leads to downtown Salt Lake City. Even though it's not a true bike trail now, I mean the path is still very nice, sidewalk smooth, and you can ride in the street if you want. I don't know, I may take the temptation. I need to feel some little bit of water. Oh yeah, that feels good. When you've been riding for almost 3 hours, it'll take a little bit of a cool down, even though I didn't feel much of it. Most of it was going toward the grass. There's Red Iguana killer Mexican food across the street. Oh, this used to be an ice cream place. For sale, lease now. We're going underneath the bridge area here into downtown Salt Lake. North Temple. And if you watched my first video, actually I don't think I included it, but either way, if you did watch my first video, when I took the train, it went over this upcoming bridge to get to downtown near the Vivint Smart Arena. So we'll be riding over that in a second. Conserving a little bit of our energy, walking up the ladder part of the hill that goes up the bridge. You can see the gateway over there. The first day that I rode my green bike, I took that street down there to go to the front runner, which is just on the other side of this bridge. Alright, going a little downhill now. Let's start my watch up. We did it. Welcome to downtown. Now we're alongside Temple Square. Family History Museum is over there on the right. And on the left here is the tiny bit you can see of Temple Square while it's under construction. And then just up ahead, if you make a left at the next intersection, is going to be City Creek Center. Alright, so that was a fun, about 24-25 mile bike ride that we did earlier. Total was about 3 hours. We finished and got to downtown Salt Lake City, stopped by City Creek Center to grab lunch, a late lunch at the Cheesecake Factory. And now we're getting ready to head back on the Front Runner train. So you can see right here, we've got the Temple Square in the background, actually in selfie mode because it's so sunny out. You can't really tell, but thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the view of the bike trail, and we'll see you next time. And bonus footage, here's how you get down to the Front Runner station, leaving Salt Lake. You're gonna take that little path on the right side there.